refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running. Toes they gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
I've been doing this.
I felt it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm ready to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm excited about this episode today, like always. Listen, man, we hit a great milestone today. We clicked over 900 subscribers. So shout out
Let's
to all.
Go!
Yes, sir. We sitting at 905 right now. There it is, right? We are less than 100 away from hitting our first checkpoint, which is 1,000 subscribers. So we want to thank all the subscribers who are subscribed. We thank you for the people who's not subscribed but keep snooping into the view section. We appreciate y'all too, but we just want you to make that extra effort and hit the subscribe button. And we appreciate those who will become subscribers in the future, right? So we got a lot to talk about. We got to talk about that game yesterday, Eagles versus Vikings. As you can see, we on here on the late show tonight at 9 o'clock. We got to do some game predictions of week 2. And I'm excited that part here what these guys got to say. But the guys I'm talking about, my two bros, Davey Dollars and Mr. Your Done Son Tomo. How y'all doing, fellas?
Man, I'm doing good, man. What better way to start off Payday Friday than getting some news that you almost on the chase to 1K? On the chase to 1K, you know what I'm saying? Like, the money's coming in. And I want to add one more thing too, Joe, about the subscribers. Once you subscribe, then we're going to ask you to become a member. So just make sure y'all stick around.
Sir, I'm amped up. Let's get it. We are this close to being fully monetized. Fully monetized. We talking about big bank. Big bank take little bank. Let's get it, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's Friday, you know, I'm feeling good. I got my boys here with me, you know, got my sons with me, so I'm having a good day being a dad, you know, little daddy daycare, you know. But it's, man, I'm glad to be on the show with my two guys. I know we had a great show with me and Tomo yesterday, but we got our brother Joe back, so the big three back. So it's only right to turn us up. Turn me up. Let's get it, man. Let's start the show.
Let's go. So look, before we start the show, make sure y'all like this video on all 3 platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure y'all share this video on all 3 platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And last but not least, follow and subscribe on all 3 platforms. Also, we got to talk about the comment section. The comment section is very valuable with this whole platform. This show is nothing without y'all. We love y'all in the comment section. Appreciate y'all there already. We got TYP, my man TYP. Was it straight to the point, Ty? Yeah, I saw him change his name on IG. We also got my bro J-Mo. Happy birthday to you yesterday. Happy birthday.
MVP.
30 Club, you know. Welcome, my brother. All right. So, and then last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, the floor is yours. Are you on mute?
They set me up. I feel like the Eagles offensive coordinator, man. Because at the rate that offense was on mute, man. But of course, y'all already know, man. I'm gonna take my shots because I'm a Cowboy fan. Y'all see the background? But we gotta talk about the Thursday night game, man. People thought Kirk Cousins was gonna come in here and lay a goose egg like he always do on prime time. I think his record is like 15-19 or something like that in primetime games. If I'm wrong, charge it to my head and at my heart. And the Eagles came out there. The offense started slow Sunday, and then they came back and kind of almost did the same thing again last night. So, I mean, all of us up here have Eagle fans in the chat. I mean, Joe, I know you got a lot to say, man. You know, you were working last night. You weren't on the episode yesterday. So, I'm gonna start with you, man. What was your reaction to the bald Eagles? As J-Mo would say.
So you were you talking about Kirk Cousins' record in primetime games?
Yep.
It's 12-20.
There we go. See, I gave him more games. Never mind.
He's worse Monday night though. So that was Thursday night. He played a little bit better like Thursday. He played better Thursday night. So my reaction to the game, I expected the Eagles to win this game fairly. I thought, they would bounce back from that Patriots game. The Patriots game, you look at that entirety of that Patriots game, they go up 16-0 very quick. You look at their offensive possession, they had a good first offensive possession and got a field goal out of it. And that was it for the whole game. Their 2 touchdowns came from a pick six by Slay and a touchdown, goal line touchdown off of a fumble by Zeke, your boy Zeke, right? So outside of that, they couldn't do nothing offensively. So I'm thinking, okay, Jalen Hurts went to the press conference. He said, we will be better. We won. That's what you want to do. We will be better next game. And to be honest with you, I don't think they were. So
You sure about
yes, they scored more points. Yes, they had more yards offensively. But let's compare the Vikings defense to the Patriots defense. Let's do that. The Patriots defense is elite, so they couldn't do nothing against an elite defense. That Vikings defense, we know how terrible that defense is. That defense is not good at all. They are thin in their depth. They don't have a lot of depth right. And the Eagles run the ball a lot, burn a lot of clock. So in that situation, you gotta have depth. But the Vikings, they got to the backfield on the quarterback quite easy to me. So I look at the Vikings, turnovers killed them. Now the Eagles forced 2 of those turnovers. On the punt return, it was forced, and the other punt, the other fumble by what's his name, the running back, that was forced. To Justin Jefferson, man, that was just Justin Jefferson trying to make a play, and then unfortunately it went as a touchback. But outside of that, they were moving the ball on the Eagles, especially in the air. One thing I've been saying all season, we all three been saying this, they gonna miss CJ, and we see it. We see it. That dude Edmonds, I mean, I don't know what that dude is. Every time somebody caught a big catch, he was on top. He was on the top, or he was right there in the vicinity. Like if he was a quick stepper, if he was a step quicker, he probably would have been there. If that was CJ, he would have been there. That probably would have interception. That was CJ. But with Edmonds, Blankenship, like these guys are not doing number 30. I forgot who number 30 is. They're not getting the job done at the safety position. So now the killer for the Vikings was they couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop the Eagles' run. That's one thing that offensive coordinator did good. I don't think he had a bad game. Was it on the offensive coordinator? I mean, that's all I gotta say. Because he was calling some good plays. I mean, they did run the ball 1,000,000 times. They did have over 164 yards, something like that, on the ground by Swift. Something crazy like that. So now look at the Eagles. Yes, the offensive line looked shaky in the passing game. It really did. They couldn't protect Hurts. Right? Hurts is running for a life. I think Hurts take too many hits. We all complain about Josh Allen, right? About Lamar Jackson taking all these hits. What about Jalen Hurts? He got hit 15 times against the Patriots. I don't even know how many times he got hit against this team. Probably more than 15 times. So they got a good defensive line. That's one thing they got going for them right now. They D-line is getting pressure on the quarterback. But they back end is getting scorched, and that's including Darius Slay. I know Bradbury was gone. Right, I know he wasn't there, and I know Mattis got hurt in the game. But you gotta realize this is the second week in a row the Eagles played an offensive line that's been injured. Let's keep that in mind. So that might be the reason why they are getting pressure on the Eagles. All right, and this message right here is for Kevo. So Tomo Dave, I remember on Sunday. For those who's watching, Kevo is part of the group. He's a diehard Eagles fan, fly Eagles fly, all that stuff, right? And he comes on the show once in a while. He's the guy with the dark background. He's always dark, right? So, Kevo, on the Commanders game, he was like, Why are you so excited about that game? I mean, I didn't see anything that make you excited. Let me remind y'all, we have a new quarterback, new offensive coordinator. We are on a rise. We're coming from the bottom, but on the rise. Otherwise, the Eagles, didn't they go to the Super Bowl last year? Then Jalen Hurts was an All Pro last year. So you expect a team like that to come out swinging, but instead they come out sluggish against the Patriots. The defense held it down with turnovers, and then we will be better, but they came out sluggish again. You take out the Devontae now. What did Jalen Hurts do yesterday? The stats lied to you. 4 touchdowns, 2 of those because of Swift. All right. Let him cook. So when I look at the Eagles, I'm like, I don't like what I see right now. I'm like, if I was an Eagles fan, I want to be excited. Yes, you won a game. You were supposed to win this game. This is the same team that lost to the Buccaneers last year in Minnesota. Do anybody think the Buccaneers are going to be good this year? No. I said, let him cook. So if Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers could beat the Vikings, yes, y'all should beat them on your home opener, Thursday Night Football. This is your first game of the season in Philly. They got the let's get ready to rumble out there doing all that stuff. And the game went out like this. I mean, if I was in Philly, I'm excited I won, but I'm a little worried of my all-pro quarterback. So I got to see how they're going to respond, not against the Rams, because nobody for the Rams be good, but against the Commanders in week 4. I got to see how they look then. So go ahead, y'all. The floor is yours.
We should have told Joe go last, man.
No, boy. He took all the fire.
Ooh, man.
Hey, there definitely should be some concerns, man. I mean, I don't. We saw him arguing on the sideline with his best friend, AJ Brown. AJ Brown only had 4 catches for 20-something yards. He wasn't too happy on the sideline, and that fits a certain somebody's narrative. So, I'll let him have that when he's able to go up. But I mean, for you to be the defending NFC champs, you coming out looking a little flat. And back-to-back weeks, to one team that did not go to the playoffs, but their defense was good. So I'll give you that. But you made their quarterback look like he was actually pretty good. Okay, I guess that's one thing. And then this week, you go up against primetime Kurt and Justin Jefferson, he doesn't have all the greatest games against the best elite cornerbacks. That's a narrative that's around in one of our chats. But if I remember correctly, isn't Darius Slay considered an elite cornerback? Mm-hmm. And what was Justin Jefferson's stats yesterday? He was
400 yards,
11 catches for 158 yards.
Like 7 is on Darius Slay.
So, I mean, I guess that's not elite. That's just good enough. I don't know. But again, and then today we find out that the backup to the left tackle is now out for the rest of the season. He got carted off the field yesterday, and now he ain't coming back. So, I mean, you did have some flashes of goodness on that defense because Jalen Carter did, have some really good plays last night. I'll give him that, and he's looking like he's definitely looked like he's going to be the defensive rookie of the year. So I mean, he's definitely up there. So that's some positive, but something got to get fixed in that defense and that offense. That offense definitely has to look better because there were maybe 3 times on third down they did a quarterback run play and they got stopped every single time.
Jason Garrett. Go ahead.
So I understand it's a new OC and things got to get better, but this you're not going back to the Super Bowl playing like this. You are 2-0. Don't get me wrong, and that's good. It's good to start off 2-0, but you don't want to go into your really hard, tough games when you go up against like the Chiefs and other games like that. You want to play a little bit better than that because the Chiefs are only getting better now. Their 2 best players are now back on the field. So I don't think you want to come out and play like that. You saw what happened to them in the Super Bowl. So, Tomo, the floor is yours now.
Man, Joe, let me bring my energy up because Joe sounded like an offensive coordinator at halftime when his team ain't playing right. What are y'all doing out there? We practice and we practice. I said we was going to the pros.
The Giants offensive coordinator.
Now he took the day off. He took the day off. I don't know what that offensive coordinator was doing. Honestly, they should have called Shane Steichen. He had a better offense for the Eagles than what they did in the Giants game. Because at least when he seen that the run was working, he stuck with it. Now, again, this is members only content. So I don't like saying members only content for the public. But I like the analogy so good that I gotta say it again. All right. A good guy named Tony came on here and said the keys. They gave Jalen Hurts the keys to the offense. And the first time they said you could warm the car up, because you know when you give your kids a chance to start the car, they like, ooh, I started the car and moved the steering wheel. Then he said he could back the car out of the driveway in the middle of that season, and then they let him drive as they got on to the playoffs. Why let that offensive coordinator leave? Clearly you've seen that your offense was way more tricky when he was actually there. Because I watched that game last night, and anytime you seen that double receiver set on either side, you knew that it was going to be that read option play. So it's either Jalen Hurts is going to hand it off, or he's going to take it and try to run with it and dish it off to Goddard. 90% of the time, he just handed the ball off. And anytime that he did hold on to the ball, the same offensive line that we seen last year that was so vaunted, that was really the backbone of this team, didn't look like that same offensive line. There was people just coming off the edge. There was one time where edge rusher got Jalen and kind of like grabbed his shoulder pad. Last year, Jalen getting out of there, he like grabbed his shoulder pad and he went down for a sack. So again, that lets me know that your defensive line is really killing them in practice. Jalen Carter, that's a plus. Like that was a steal. He's actually showing you all that. Him being there is actually it's opposite. You would think him being next to the vets would actually make him look better. No, he making the vets look better. I mean, in a sense, because he's the one making all the plays, and the vets are just feeding off of him. It's like, wait, didn't he just start this year? You made it seem like Fletcher Cox wasn't in the league for 13 years. The way he making plays. So again, that's a bright spot there. Their linebacking core isn't the best. However, I'm not gonna run down on the team. It is week 2, but this is some time for speculation. That Super Bowl hangover is definitely there. You can't tell me that it's not real because it's real. And all of the stuff that you went into the off season with, I'm gonna use my Eagles insider on this. They don't practice as much as they need to, but you got a new offensive coordinator. You need to up. I don't even want to talk about the sideline debacle because I knew that was coming at some point. All the look, both receivers had 4 receptions. One of them had 131 yards. The other one had 29. And I seen AJ Brown open a few times. The ball just wasn't getting there. Your man Hurts is holding on to the ball too long. That's really what's killing this offense. So to me, that's enough on the Eagles. And more so, let's talk about the Vikings just a little bit. Kirk Cousins actually played a decent game for it to be a primetime game. His offensive line gave him no help, and he still found a way to make this a game. It could have been a blowout the way it looked. Hold on to the ball. They don't give up them 4 fumbles. We may be talking a different talk today. But they did, and they lost. So, hey, Jefferson, you on mute. Dave, if you was talking. But
I was talking to myself, but I happened to be on mute.
Oh, I would say, but Jefferson showed up. We thought he was going to get shut down. He didn't. He showed why he is one of the top 5 receivers in this league. Because even in a loss, he can still put up numbers.
Top 5, that man is 1 or 2. That's it. He ain't nothing less than that.
Hey, I like when you got to leave room for people in the comments to debate. You know what I mean?
And then Tomo, real quick for our viewers, right? Now I know they brought up Justin Jefferson, Cook and Slay. Eagles fans probably like, oh, but he strapped. That was the last year. Y'all gotta realize. See, this is why y'all gotta join the IG chats. All right, your fellow Eagle fan, Kevo, is calling Justin Jefferson non-elite. All right, and the day of the game in our IG chat. And by the way, Kevo was supposed to be on, so it's not like we're talking about his back. He was supposed to be on, but he had something to do. He couldn't make it, and this is all going to be said to his face, but he's not here. The day of the game, throwing IG reels, posting videos of Slade locking up Justin Jefferson. And his words, I quote, if they are one-on-one, he's getting locked up. I mean, the total opposite happened. So that's why he's bringing that up. And also, y'all, that secondary, 2 games in a row gave over 300 passing yards, by the way. to Kirk Cousins, who we can see that happen, and Mac Jones. No disrespect to Teddy, but Mac Jones. And
In
then
the ring.
lastly, Hurts had his best game in the Super Bowl. Oh my God! So we want to see that translate this year, and so far, I see nothing near that game. But I won't panic if I'm an Eagle fan, but I will have some concerns to not be comfortable winning like this. They're not going to be able to win games like this throughout the whole season. The Bengals started off slow last year, coming off a Super Bowl, right? And they picked it up towards the middle of the season. So we'll see what the Eagles do.
You know what?
Yep. I want to mention something about that game. So Alexander Madison is the running back for the Vikings. I'm not sure if everyone has seen this, but he's been receiving some racist comments due to his game from that happened. Now, I clearly just had the doghouse yesterday and I put the Alabama fans in there. So I don't think I need to say this, and I don't think I need to make a segment for this. But any fan that does something like this, you are automatically in the my guy, because that is not something you do towards somebody who's outside of that uniform. He's still a human being. Even with the uniform on, he's still a human being. He's out there to entertain you and to do his job. That doesn't give you the right to go out there and do that. So relax, football fans, sports fans, fans of anything. Chill out. You in the doghouse.
But this I'm with you on that one too though, Joe, because I think it was another season where the Cowboys started winning. They went on a win streak and they were winning games the same way, and Romo was the quarterback, and everyone was like, you can't sustain this offense playing like that, because at some point the defense is going to need you to play games, or it was vice versa. And we said it with the Lions game, and we got killed for it. Remember, Joe, we was like, y'all gonna miss CJ. And he was like, no, we not. Y'all shouldn't be saying that. But I was like, the spark in games like that yesterday, CJ and Jalen Carter playing the way they was playing, they blow the Vikings out. Easy. And also think about this. That's probably why it was easier for Slay to lock down Jefferson last year, because he knew he had some help in the background. Like when you got that safety, it's there for you. So you like the trust is there. But who are we? You know, we just watched the game.
Tom, I saw a few plays. I'm like, if CJ was there, that would never happen. I'm telling you, man, these were bad yesterday. They were bad. Slay was there in position a lot of times, but Jefferson is a tough player. You know, I'm sorry, but the safety wasn't there to help.
Yeah, and Madden's going down.
On that touchback play, safety wasn't there.
That's why he got open. The touchdown. Remember the touchdown where they almost made it a game before the Eagles started. Yeah, safety. But again, it's NFL. You know, it's only week 2. They're the first team. They're the first team to go 2-0 in the division, so they stole the division back. Yep, in the league. So I mean, we got to see everybody else's week 2 performance, and we're gonna start talking about that now. You want to talk about some shows, or we want to get straight into these predictions? Because I think we're gonna rile some people up.
This is a dual announcement thing. Let's roll through this.
All right, let's do it then. All right, cool. So we're gonna start talking about this Sunday fun day. You know, we got a list of NFL predictions. I know you sent them in the chat, so we're doing them in the same order in our chat.
Let's do it.
All right, perfect. We want to do one segment across where we all make our picks. Like we building this plane while we in the air.
We can do each game. Yeah.
All right, cool. So Ravens versus Bengals. Who y'all got? I'm gonna start with you, Dave.
I got the Bengals. We got the Bengals in this game. I feel like Joe Burrow is going to have a better game than he had last week against the Browns. Also, the Ravens have some injuries on that defense. Marlowe's out. I think that's going to hurt them for sure. Yes, they still have Roquan Smith back there, but I think that's going to hurt them. And then the Ravens did just have J.K. Dobbins go out for the rest of the season. So that's 2 major injuries that's out, and I think that's going to hurt them. So I feel like the Bengals will win that game. And I don't see who's going to stop Jamar Chase.
All right. So, Joe, you started the last one. I'll pick this one. I'm going with the Ravens, man. I know that rain game was an anomaly for Joe Burrow, but the Ravens still found a way to win their game when they went down there to play the Texans. I mean, when the Texans played them. So even with the injuries, J.K. did go out early in the game, and that kind of shifted some things. But that also changes your mind frame when you look at it. And again, watching film, you're going to see that Odell Beckham was cooking those young cornerbacks. They kept holding him, but he was finding a way to get open. And Zay Flowers, man, oh man, they got a prize pick. Like I don't ever want to hear the Ravens say they don't have a weapon again because this ain't Marquise Brown. He is not Marquise Brown. He is not Hollywood Brown.
Facts. This boy is shifty too. Oh my goodness.
Man. So it's gonna be a battle on both sides for both of the defenses, but I'm gonna go with the Ravens in this one. Jeff.
Man, that spin move he had against the Texans, man.
Cook.
But I'm going with the Ravens too. I think the Ravens, they do have injuries. Ronnie Stanley is not playing. Marcus Williams is out. Marlon Humphrey is still out. So I think that the Ravens are just a better team than the Bengals. I do. With Lamar Jackson being healthy, now having some weapons, Odell Beckham, Zay Flowers, the defense will still be good without Marcus Williams and Marlon Humphrey. Joe Burrow, the Bengals, man, like these last 2 years, they've just been sluggish in the beginning. So I expect them to still be sluggish. Don't forget, Joe Burrow is still bad with the injury. So he's not going to be the same in these first few weeks. I know they're itching for a win because they just got demolished by the Browns. But we are going to see progress from the Bengals, but we won't see a dub, I don't think. And the Ravens going to keep rolling. So I'm picking the Ravens to win this game.
Yeah, and I want to add one more thing too, because I know they'll kill us. The Bengals started off slow too, so they're gonna get killed. But again, the same reason why the FA club is getting so much heat. There's no Bengals fans in the chat, so we can't kill them in person. All right.
Well,
not this year. Not this year. I can't do that this year. I gotta go down with the ship. So the next game we got on the docket, I know Tubby Tua are gonna love this one. We got the Dolphins versus the Patriots, and I'm going with the Dolphins. Sorry, Teddy, you're gonna kill me, but did you see the fantasy numbers that equated to the real life numbers? I don't know what you're gonna do about that one, man. Y'all let the Philadelphia Eagles go up 16-0. I know it started off a little sluggish, but hey, Mac Jones, I don't think you got enough firepower to deal with Tua and Tyreek Hill and Waddle. Yeah, so it's like Hulkamania. What are you gonna do when Tubby Tua starts throwing all over you, brother? It's on you, Joe.
I'm going with the Dolphins, right? But I see Carl say Dolphins easily. I don't think it's gonna be easily. Number one is a division game. Let's start there. Tua doesn't have a good history, not like his playing wise. Like I'm not saying like winning, but he doesn't have his best games against Belichick. So last year when they beat the Patriots first game of the season, that was probably Tua's worst game when they won. Probably, right? So but I'm gonna pick the Dolphins, man. Tyreek Hill is on a mission. I don't think they have nobody over there for Tyreek Hill. I know Belichick gonna do what he can to try to contain him, but it won't work. Mike McDaniel is a genius at the offensive coordinator position. The good thing about them, they get the ball out very fast. Tua is different from Jalen Hurts. No, this is Jalen Hurts, but Tua is just a better quarterback. He's way more accurate. I think the offensive play calling is better than what the Eagles presented. So it's a whole different task that Belichick got to deal with. And the game is in New England, right? It's in New England. Yep. So
Sunday night.
And Mac Jones, I think Mac Jones still have a good game. I don't think it'll be good as when he did last week, but I think he have a good game. But I'm gonna go with the Dolphins on this one.
Yeah, you might as well call it a clean sweep because I'm picking the Dolphins as well. Of course, the offense is fire. Of course, with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, and even Cedric Wilson, I think he'll be able to make some kind of contribution on that team. Raheem Mostert is practiced today, so he's going to be available for the game. I think that helps him out, but that defense with the Patriots is still really good.
It is.
So
it is.
I don't think it's going to be that easy, like Joe said. I think for sure that it's going to be closer than most people think. I think almost everyone predicted that it would be a shootout between them and the Chargers. I think that was That was pretty much easy. Thank you again, Tubby Tua. You helped me win my game last week. But yeah, I'm picking the Dolphins in the game. I don't really have too much to say about that, except that I believe it'll be close.
Well, you see everyone, y'all two say it's gonna be close. JMO said easy work, and I'm mad. My bad, JMO. I shouldn't have said it out loud because last time somebody said easy work, it got ugly out there.
This man said we're gonna smoke the Pawtucket Patriots. You know, it's funny. Pawtucket is a legitimate city here. I'm in a new place now. I lived in Pawtucket.
Probably why he said that.
The Family Guy bar was called a Pawtucket Patriots like that. Pawtucket. Yeah.
But man, I wasn't making that sound because of the team we about to talk about next. Because we gotta talk about the Browns versus the Steelers.
This is the hardest one.
For who? Nah, let me stop. It is. Nah. I sat down. I'm gonna let you go, Joe, but yeah, I'll explain why. Go ahead, Joe.
Browns and the Steelers. My brother's team versus the Troll team.
Monday night.
All right, Monday night. By the way, we might got some members only video for y'all in that game. To stay tuned for that. But anyways, Browns versus the Steelers. Two good defenses, right? Two quarterbacks that had high expectations this year, especially one of them. And so far, both of them look terrible last week. But I'm gonna go with the Steelers. Oh, the strength of this, y'all. I think Kenny Pickett have a better game than Deshaun Watson. All right. Because Deshaun Watson, a lot of his game is running around, all that stuff.
Sure
TJ Watt ain't having that. TJ Watt ain't having. This man came out the cut for the right. Did somebody text him?
No, but it's like as soon as I made my face, he popped up.
Nah, it's like right after he said Pickett, he just showed right up.
You rang? So, but like, I think Kenny. Oh, shut up.
They both showed up. Oh,
they both popped up.
Dave, we should have went first.
Nah, somebody in the chat told him to get on the show. Nah. So
the pressure's on now, Dave.
But I got the Steelers going. I got the Steelers win this game. I think Kenny Pickett have a better game than Deshaun Watson. I think all that running, herky-jerky stuff with Deshaun Watson going, TJ Watt not having that. TJ Watt is a big playmaker. So is Myles Garrett. But the Pittsburgh Steelers has had more weapons to me. Deontay Johnson's out, though. He is out. So, and the Steelers just lost. They just lost in a terrible fashion. I think they'll bounce back and get this dub, while the Browns won an ugly game, offensively. So, I'm going to go with the Steelers to win this one.
Dave?
I'm going with the Browns. I think the Browns have the better defense out of the two. This is not to say the Steelers don't have a good defense, but I don't think it's better than the Browns.
You just thought of something, Dave.
I did, but hey, I'm just going off of what I saw on Sunday.
You sure about
What
that?
I saw was that the Browns defense was better. Now, that's not to say that TJ Watt ain't a monster, and I expect him to still do what he needs to do. But I just believe the Browns defense is better. I don't believe they're going to be able to stop the run of Nick Chubb. I think that's going to be a telltale sign for that defense. I do agree though with your thing about Kenny Pickett having a better game than Deshaun Watson.
That's your dark horse MVP.
It is, but that don't mean anything. I didn't say he was going to win the MVP. I said dark horse. I said if he plays well, he could be the MVP. So far, he ain't done that. Well, in the first game, he ain't do that. So until I see that, it's still dark horse, not an actual thing that's going to happen. So I think, like I said, I think the Browns have the better defense of the two. Just from what I've seen from the first week. This is a rival game, but I think the Browns win this game.
TJ Watt versus Myles Garrett.
I got TJ Watt winning that battle, but
woo! So you got Kenny Pickett and TJ Watt winning, but the Browns winning.
Yeah.
Because of Nick Chubb, like Mark. So you think Najee Harris mid like Mark do?
Nah, I ain't say all that. I ain't say all that.
Najee Harris hurt, I think. I think he got hurt, matter of fact.
Just
Fred Warner might have did that.
yeah, I was right though. This was the toughest game because the way the Browns played and still won is how we kind of killed the Eagles. It's like, all right, bro, y'all won, but wasn't the best way to win that game. But the defense showed up. But then I also watched TJ Watt go out there and force fumbles.
Yeah, 2. 1 ain't count.
And he out here tackling hot dogs, man. This crazy. Like, man, you knew I was gonna say something, but
He posted it too.
man, I can't see the Steelers starting off 0-2 on Monday night after the way they looked against the 49ers. So I'm picking the Browns, man. I got the Browns winning this game.
Wow.
Ooh.
I was not expecting this. I thought I was gonna be the only one to pick the Browns. I really thought I was.
Well, yeah,
and
so far y'all 2-0 y'all together.
Yeah, but it's more so because Cam Hayward went down. And if you think about the Browns and Zadarius Smith, that's what helped Myles Garrett turn back into the Myles Garrett. I mean, he never fell off, but he was a different animal and a different beast last week. And now you got both of them coming after Kenny Pickett. Then he just seen Bosa, Fred Warner, Hargrave. Like, he might have nightmares again. So again, I'm not saying it's gonna be a blowout. It might even happen to be a tie, but I got the Browns winning, and if they do win, it's probably by 3. Late game field goal.
Yeah, but the Steelers do have a rookie that stepped in for Cam Hayward, so I don't think that's going to be a big difference. Well, it would be a difference, but not a big difference. I think he'll still be. I think that defense will still be fine. I just think the Browns defense overall is better.
It's good.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. But we all gonna be watching Myles Garrett versus TJ Watt, Kenny Pickett versus Deshaun Watson. Those are 2 matches I'll be watching. Najee Harris is out, Deontay Johnson's out, Cam Hayward is out.
And Amari Cooper may give you 4 series. So again, we don't know. That's really what made me help pick the Browns. Is Amari Cooper is still there.
Well, that's if Minka's on him. Don't put Patrick Peter on him. If you put Pat P on him, then he might get burnt.
He's seeing things. He's seeing before it happened.
He gotta stay humble, man. Just be quiet and go out and play.
I ain't gonna lie. Somebody should call him Mr. Cleo. But
Mr. Cleo.
We got something for you, Dave. We gotta talk about the 49ers versus them Rams.
Do we really have to?
Yeah, you starting it off. You gotta tell us who's gonna win.
I mean, we're 8-0 against them the last 4 seasons.
Let him cook.
Except for the playoffs.
Don't let him cook now.
Only played them one time in the playoffs, and we only lost because of a Jaquaski Tart dropped interception.
What I'm saying,
We win. I don't think I need to say any more than that.
On me or you?
Oh, that's it? Oh, I thought he had more. You just dropped the gavel on us, man. All right.
Yeah.
I picked the 49ers to win this. I'm not sleeping on the Rams no more. I was picking on them when I was doing my season predictions, and I thought they was probably gonna win like 4 or 5 games, maybe, but they had Geno Smith out here singing Kurt Franklin songs. So but Purdy got something to prove. And that defense with the Niners ain't no joke. So hey, I don't care. You can yawn all you want. Staff about to throw about 3 picks. I'm going with the 49ers. Joe. Oh, here you go. I thought you were talking about how
Rams to lose this game. Y'all really thought I was picking the Rams? No.
You never know.
I can't. But the Rams roster versus 49ers roster is unmatched. It's not even. There's no comparison to it. I'm sorry. Now they do have Aaron Donald still, that good stuff. Matthew Stafford is still alive there. Cooper Covey back too, y'all. He on my IR in the fantasy too. I do want the Rams to win though this game to keep Cooper Kupp happy. But on the other hand, I want the 49ers to rank my man Dave. I do have the 49ers finish as the number 1 seed. I picked them to win this game before the season started, and I'm picking them today. So I got the 49ers winning. They just much better and better coached.
Well, I mean, we talked about your team, Dave, so now we gotta Move along.
This is your last.
You sure?
I'm
Why you want to do mine last?
I mean,
Yo, right
y'all
there.
the number one team compared to some people. I mean, all you do, I thought you was my dog. What's going on?
Hey man, he just doing what his job told him to do, man. You know,
I don't know. I think he was on something that day to put the Rams and the Lions in the top 5. He tripping.
Hey man, he do anything for the impressions. So all right, we can move that game last. We can move it last. It should have been the first one, but hey, it's not my show. I'm not gonna pull a Michael Irvin. That's what I meant. I'm not gonna pull a Michael Irvin and just be like, nah, we're gonna talk about the Cowboys in the first block. But Commanders versus Broncos. Let's ride.
I'm going first, right?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Dave. Go respond to the comment.
Vaughn. I said all I needed to say. 8-0 the last 4 years against this same team. What more did I really need to say? We're winning, plain and simple. Go ahead, Joe.
You should have said, at all people, Vaughn, you should know we're gonna win this game. That's what you should have said. That would have been a good comeback.
I don't want to hurt the silk curtain no more.
There you go.
Javon probably putting on the computer. Oh, we got lucky we don't play y'all again.
Well, according to him, we're gonna play them in the Super Bowl.
Okay. You're right.
According to him, so we'll see.
You have been zapped.
I thought he was actually on the set for a second. All right. So the Broncos and the Commanders. I'm going with the Commanders. So I watched the Broncos play against the Raiders. Defense remind me of the Cardinals. Bunch of penalties. Number one. Number two, the defense. They do got a good defense. I saw Jimmy G do a good job against them, but I got to do with Jimmy G just being. Jimmy G is underrated, y'all. He's really like a really good quarterback. He's just not the best. If he knows the system, he'll get the job done. Y'all, he's underrated.
There you go. I'm glad you said
for real.
He
know that for our system. You know that Raiders system now. He looked sharp last week. He really did.
The Raiders is the Patriot system. It's just the Raiders.
Yeah, I know. He know the system. So, because he got his man there. But so what I was saying. So I'm going with the Commanders. Chase Young is back. I think that's good. The defensive line believes is going to cause havoc on Russell Wilson. I think that our defensive line is really legit, man. This year they're on a mission. My man Jonathan Allen and Payne, their goal is to be the third D tackle set to have 20 sacks. That's only happened twice in NFL history. So they're looking to do it this year. Both of them get 10 sacks, and they talking about Sweat getting 15 sacks. So our D line's on a mission this year, and Russell Wilson, man. I mean, and then also Sam Howell against his defense. I feel like our schedule was set up perfectly for Sam Howell. We played the Cardinals week 1, where we knew the defense was going to hold us down as long as you make mistakes, which he did. And then week 2, we're going to have a test against a good defense. So I think he's going to do a really good job against the Broncos. I think not going to say he's going to light them up, but I think he's going to score a couple of touchdowns, at least 2 touchdowns, passing touchdowns against this Broncos secondary, which is supposed to be elite, right? PS2, my dog. He's my dog. So I got us winning this game. Sean Payton, you better go 0-2, brother. Sorry.
All right. So how fitting is it that Sam Howell threw for 202 yards and the Commanders is the DC team? Like that. We didn't bring it up after the game, but I just looked at it and thought about it. I was like, that's funny. Home opener, he throw for 202. Look at that, man. So what he gonna go? He gonna throw for 301?
Speaking of 202, if he get a touchdown rushing and passing, he'll be the first quarterback in history to do it 3 times in a row in the first 3 games.
Look at my man. He got the be enemy swag up here. Y'all see him? We can't knock y'all off y'all high horse.
I got a post for y'all about Eric Bieniemy too after the game. Go ahead.
But we can't knock y'all off y'all high horse. See what I did there? I'm picking the Commanders. The Broncos are still trying to get it together. I see Sean Payton taking a year with this team. 1, injuries. 2, just the overall mindset. He got to clean house and bring in his guys. So I think the Broncos are going to get better as the year progresses, but more so they're going to be a team to reckon with next year. So, however, I see Commanders going 2-0. And Dave, let us know. You don't want to say it. Look at Joe's face, man. He don't play about his Commanders, man. Look.
He know, man. He know.
He got Russ being bad this year, so he gonna pick us.
You right. You right. You right. You right.
All right, Dibby.
I just don't know about Russ, dog. I don't know, man.
He played good last week.
Yeah, but that O-line don't help him out for nothing. I don't know, man. I mean, he does have Jerry Jeudy coming back, so that's something.
That's nice.
But
The way he said it, that's nice.
I don't know, man. I just think that defense and Chase Young is back this week too, right?
Woo.
Yeah,
He's
Chase is on the
playing
case.
Chase
Yeah,
Young
he
is
is.
back. Allen, Sweat.
Woo.
Yeah.
Pain.
Russell Wilson about to be sweating looking at this game plan.
He gonna be in pain too.
It's
We're
over.
gonna leave him on the island.
Yeah, I got
We're gonna chase him.
I got this game being close. I got this game being close because both defenses are really good. The only thing I disagree with Joe is I don't see Powell throwing for Howell. Sorry, I'm thinking about Colin Powell. I don't know how I thought about that, but
because of the Commanders. I see what you did there.
Something like that.
But Sam Howell, I don't see him throwing for multiple touchdown passes. I can see him throwing for one and running another one like he did in the first game. But this pass defense for the Broncos is really good. So
how many pens you got, man? Even right now since the off season. As soon as they signed him, he just pulled out a big pad and pen like, oh yeah, you said this. I remember you said that too. No, you said that. You said that. Look, see?
146.
Sam Howell will only throw one touchdown on Sunday. That by Dave. Gotcha. All right. I mean, Monday night, we had a quarterback run out there and, he was holding the flag and he was like, yeah, we're going to JETS. And then it was all messed up after that. Jets versus Cowboys. I know the Cowboys did what they did on Monday night.
Come on.
We own the Giants. I'm just sorry. We own the Giants. I mean, the only thing that shocked me about that Monday night game was the score. I knew we was going to dominate them in some form or fashion, but not like that. I thought they was going to put up some numbers. However, I wanted to play Aaron Rodgers so bad because I wanted to just get over that hurdle. I can't stand the Packers because of that. As soon as he went down, everybody was like, man, y'all got lucky. I said, no, we didn't. I wanted to play him. Because this is what happens when the Cowboys go out there and beat the Jets by 40. Y'all like, I mean, they ain't the best team. They got a good defense, but there y'all go, beating up on teams with bad quarterbacks again. So I did pick the Jets to beat us because of that bad man. I'm going to go with the Cowboys, man. We're going to win this game. Yeah, we're going to win this game. And if we lose this game, I'm calling out. So, Dave, take it away.
Don't worry, we'll get Warren replacement. He'll be all right.
It's so good.
Worm, you better make sure. We're going to clip this up. I'm like, here you go. It's your time.
Or we could see if the first lady could come on the show. She is.
No, I don't think you're going to make her debut at the L.
you might be right. You might
not
be
the
right.
Zach Wilson, man.
Yeah, I don't see the Jets winning. Not as long as Zach Wilson's the quarterback. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't believe in him. He did, even though he did throw a touchdown and he looked okay at times in that game. No, Cowboys win.
Tomo, this is a setup game for y'all.
It is. This is a major trap game.
This is a trap game, man. Y'all just blew the doors out the Giants. And now it's like,
Tomo,
What'd I do?
hold up.
All I asked.
Hold up.
I'll read it. My bad.
Oh, you got it? Go ahead.
Y'all bring it up.
You got
Okay, so we got the $4.99 super chat. We ain't the same Dolphins. This our year. Hashtag Cheetah, Offensive Player of the Year. Hashtag MVP Tua. Hashtag the one, not the Tua. Hashtag Tubby Tua. Dolphin emoji. Shout out to J-Mo with the $4.99 super chat.
The MVP of R2L.
Man,
What
he
an
calling
MVP
it.
shot.
He calling. It should be at the bottom.
I did want to comment about this, but I want you, good Joe. Go ahead and make your pick first before I comment about the Jets defense.
So now this is a setup game for y'all because they're gonna run the ball, Tombo.
I know, because it's all
Right?
they got.
They're
all
gonna
they
run the
got.
ball. So and their defense is not sweet for it. You know, they got a great secondary, a great front four. So they're gonna be on top of y'all offensively. So if y'all are mistake free, first of all, yeah, I'm picking y'all to win this game. I'm gonna say that. I'm picking y'all to win this game, and y'all should win this game. If y'all the way I see y'all to lose this game because of turnovers and run and not to be able to stop the run, you know, on a consistent basis on this game. But y'all should win this game because y'all defense is overpowers Zach Wilson. I mean, y'all gonna have him being like Sam Darnold seeing ghosts back there. So
Hey, he beat us, so don't say that. Same team, Jets team.
I forgot what they played in the NFL game. He said he felt like he saw a ghost. That's what he said. But so yeah, so I got y'all winning this game. It should be not an easy game, but it should be a dub for y'all. If y'all lose this game, it's kind of like that Buccaneers game in the playoffs. You lose, you Kirk off and beat the brace all Tom Brady, then you lose for 49ers, and we all forget about that Tom Brady game. That's how it is. If y'all lose to the Jets, it's kind of like that 40-point victory is like, see,
But for me, it's how we lose to the Jets, though. It's
yeah.
how we lose. So,
but
like
how
said,
could you lose to them though?
like Josh Allen did. If
That's
we lose the same way, you gonna kill me. I know it.
I
know.
Even if y'all win, he better not have a game like that.
If we win and you throw 4 picks, I'm acting like the Eagles fans. Hey, it was ugly, but we did it. Hey, Dak, before you go, Dave, that's all I'm gonna say.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had.
Yo,
That's all I'm saying.
Give us some analogy.
That's all I'm saying.
Always, man. Always. Hey, I gotta address these two comments though by Mark. Shout out to Mark, by the way. This Jets defense is different.
Very.
That is without question. Quentin Williams, Sauce Gardner. However,
10, his brother.
However, Sauce Gardner got cooked by Stephon Diggs last week.
Okay, you know that. They got Stephon Diggs over there.
CeeDee Lamb is not trash. And trust me, he can cook somebody if given the opportunity to. Now, I believe Sauce Gardner is elite, even though this is only his second season in the NFL. If you lose this game, it's going to be because of this Jets defense. Because that defense is nasty. And
it's in Dallas. Oh, it's in Dallas.
Yep, at 4.
All I'm saying is it's definitely possible. But I just don't see how Zach Wilson is going to be able to score to be able to allow them to win this game. He can prove me wrong.
Joe, no. And it's on CBS. So Romo it's all bad, bro. It's all bad.
Oh, man.
It is, but yeah, Cowboys will win. But if they lose, it's because of that defense. Shout out to Robert Saleh.
Now, there's 2 things, right? One, Kellen Moore not here, so we got a chance against Robert Saleh. Remember the year before? That's why we lost to that 49ers team, that defense. But I meant to say this about the Commanders game. I'm looking to see PS2 versus Terry, and I'm looking to see CD versus Sauce, because Brandon Cooks may not play this game. He got a sprained MCL. So now mid-Gallup, as some people would say, will have to step up. So if CD does get locked down, I'm not making excuses for him, because if he get locked down, that's on him. He need to learn how to get open. But Gallup needs to show up this game.
CD is nice, man. I know we give him a hard time in the chat, but CD is he's one of the good, you know, not elite yet, but you know, one of the better receivers in the league.
He got more yards than somebody else receiving in one game. But that's our picks, man. Y'all leave it in the comments. I know we're gonna chop this up, so Slide it on over to you, Joe.
All right. CD, come on, CD, what you gonna do against Sauce? So look, y'all. We got some shows to talk about to y'all. All right, some shows. The first show you got, y'all know, Refuse to Lose 905 subscribers, by the way. We're not a show, we're not a podcast, it's a network. All right.
There you go.
And here are the shows we have. We have multiple shows outside of this one, the R2L show. We have BWT. Shout out to Baseball Teddy. He had an episode that just aired at 6 p.m. today, Eastern time. Make sure you go back and watch it. And he recapped the Boston Red Sox and the Yankees series. He went to two out of the 4 games there. So he was excited. You know, he gave insight of actually being there at the game too. So that was awesome. So shout out to Teddy. If you are a diehard baseball fan, a casual one, somebody who just want to learn about baseball, this is a place you want to be. He talks about everything. He talks about the people in the minors, moving up to the majors, all that good stuff. All right. So shout out to Teddy, BWT. Next, we got Carl, CTC, Carl Talking College. Carl just had a live video drop Wednesday night and did a preview of week 3 of the NCAA football season. All right. So Carl's excited. You know, Carl, he goes on live about an hour and he runs through all these games and give you his predictions on all these games. He's going to come right back on Tuesday night and give y'all, or Wednesday night, one or two, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and give y'all the rundown of a recap of week 3. All right. So I'm excited about this show. He's very knowledgeable about college football. College basketball is around the corner. It's coming around soon. So make sure you tune into that because he's going to be picking up on college basketball and college football. All right. So shout out to CTC, Carl Talking College. So, and lastly, we got FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Combs. He has an episode that's dropping tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. That's going live. So make sure y'all tune into that. That episode is good. I mean, I love Coach Show, man. He's very entertaining. He gets the crowd involved. I can watch him start to finish, just watch him because he's very entertaining. Just being him, you know, he don't do nothing extra. He's being himself, right? He gets energized. So he talks about fantasy football. He gives great advice. He just did an episode recently, and he talked about last week his people that he had apologized for, who he said this would be good for y'all, and they ended up not being good, and people that were busts last week who are heroes last week. All right. He actually apologized to your boy, Dave, your quarterback. He apologized.
Yeah,
A lot of people did.
And then, but he was high on Brandon Ayuk, and look what Brandon Ayuk did. He said, "Do not get Deebo Samuels first. Go get Brandon Ayuk." And look what happened.
And Joe listened because he stole him.
Tell you, and I ain't starting. What's wrong with me? Started Sky Moore.
Tripping.
Joe. I should have been listening to Coach Coon. Nah, that Sky Moore thing, that was an accident. I didn't know Brandon Ayuk was my. They play early. You get what I'm saying? So, but anyways, shout out to Coach Combs giving great fantasy advice. Tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And Dave, tell them about them IG chats we got going on.
Man, these IG chats have been, well, first of all, this one chat has been going crazy these last few days, and that's the NFL chat.
You already know.
It's football season, so we knew it was going to happen, but my goodness. There's so many notes being written down because of this. So many hot takes. You know, me and Tomo got this thing called the Lulu Sports. Yeah, that's going on in the NFL chat all the time now.
Man.
So we might have to, Tomo, we might have to make our own segment called the Lulu Sports.
Hey, I'm writing it down. Go ahead.
So it's, man, y'all got to get a part of these chats, man. Y'all have to be. Once you subscribe and become a member, you can get into these chats, man. You just got to let us know. And it's only on Instagram at this moment. Like I say this all the time, it's only on Instagram at this moment. But more than likely, when we have a bigger viewing and a bigger base, we're more than likely we're gonna move into another platform. So right now, it's only on Instagram. So these chats we have the NBA, WNBA chat. The WNBA playoffs are happening at this moment. The Liberty is playing the Mystics, and
in New York, they just lost. They got killed.
Yeah.
One game though.
Yeah. Not too happy about that, but hey. And then the Aces are just doing their thing. There's some talks about the Dame trade heating up as the offseason starts up for the NBA. So who knows if this is going to happen or not. Jared Vanderbilt got a 4-year extension with the Lakers, 4 years, $48 million. So it's about $12 million a year. So shout out to Jared Vanderbilt. And shout out to Rich Paul. Rich Paul then almost got $900 million of contracts done in this offseason.
Bag.
Talk about the GO agent.
For real.
Talk about the GO agent. It's definitely Rich Paul. Then we have the NFL chat. Like I said, it's lit. We got our very, very first lady to come into the chats, and she's in the NFL chat, and she just happens to be a Cowboys fan. She just had to be a Cowboys fan. But it's all good. It's all good. We got one, so more than likely more is gonna come. Then we have.
Oh, my bad. My finger slipped. Go ahead, dude.
Wow, yeah, whatever. I would delete that sound after this show. And then we have baseball, Major League Baseball. There's a lot of things going on in baseball right now. The playoffs are about to start pretty soon. Doesn't look like the Yankees or Boston Red Sox are going to make it, of course. But let's see who finishes last. Right now we're tied, so let's go Sox. We got the college football chats. We have college football and college basketball as well with men and women. Carl talks about all of that stuff. There's a lot going on there. Colorado State may get blown out by 60 because of something that their head coach did, talking about Deion. So you might not want to watch that game, but because it just might be a blowout. But then again, watch it because he disrespected them. And then we got boxing, UFC, and WWE. I just saw not too long ago on Instagram that The Rock showed up on SmackDown. So, I mean, that's some WWE news. So he showed up back in the WWE. UFC, we just saw Adesanya lost of another fight. Didn't look too good. He was getting beat pretty badly in that. And there may be an exhibition fight soon between Adrian Broner, and Floyd Mayweather. Who sees?
Oh, man.
Who knows if it's going to happen or not, but it could be entertaining. It could be entertaining. I don't know.
I'll watch it. Trust me,
I would too.
watch it.
I would too. So that's some things that's going on right there. And a lot of people probably didn't even know that was happening. But that's why you got to join these chats. But it's not free. Tomo.
So to join these chats, you need to click the link in the description below. If you're listening on the audio adventure, that means you need to go back to your app and click the link in the description on your podcast app. And once you click the link in the description, Mark is going to kill me because I got this radio voice on. But we have 3 tiers. You have your pro level, your all-star level, and your superstar level. With your pro level, these are the features that you get. You get loyalty badges next to your name in the comments and live chats. That's during the live shows. You also get priority comments. So that means your comments jump to the front. So if you really are a member at a pro level and you got something you want to get off in the chats, if the chats is crowded, you jump straight to the screen and we read your comments on air if it's entertaining or it's just up there for everyone else to poke at you in the comments. You also get to join one sports chat. So that's one of the chats that Dave said prior to this slide coming up. But you're like, that's not, I know you guys are better than that. Of course we are. We have an all-star level for $4.99 a month. You thought it was just going to stop at the pro level? No. You go to the all-star level for $4.99 a month. You get the same perks from the pro level, but you also get member-only videos. And I think that's where Delulu Sports is going to be. We got to do something for the members only because you got to turn up when you're talking about people being Delulu. All right? You get member-only videos. We got a lot of content coming for you throughout this football season. We already got a weekly show with a Steeler and a Raven where they go over their personal games for the week, not just their matchup as far as them playing each other. They go over their team's matchup. So this week is going to be interesting because they play the Browns. Yeah. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what they say there. You get to join multiple chats. So now you get to be in all of the chats, not just one. You also get to request a topic or segment nominee. We got segments are Dave's Doghouse, You're Done, Son, Not So Average Top 5. And I want to say this. Each one of these segments gets the chats riled up in their own different ways. The Doghouse does it in one way. The Top 5 of course, anything with top 5, everyone's gonna have something to say about that. And your done sons, they can either be funny or they're gonna get you upset. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So you want to be an all-star member for that said reason, because you can request something for those. But then you're like, that's easy. But I want to see what else you all have to offer. Of course, it's like the back of the menu. This is where the steaks is at. So you flip to the back, and this is where that 20-ounce ribeye is. And in Dave's situation is that 20-ounce tofu. You know what I mean? For my vegans out there. You get the superstar level for $9.99 a month. You get the same perk from the all-star level and the pro level, but you also get to join the R2L chat. The R2L chat is the home base, the real foundation of where all of this started. So when you get in there, that's where the debates carry over to. When you feel like the other chats is getting too much content, you gotta be in that R2L chat because it finishes there. Y'all think it just went dead? Nope. Turning up in the R2L chat. You get to be a guest on the show. So you get to come on the show and actually talk about one of your topics or segments, or just be a part of one of the other topics or segments. You also get award plaques to the top performers. We have an award ceremony episode, so you can go check that out. That I can give you a preview, but the award ceremony will tell you it all. This right here lets you know this platform is not full of just three guys and a bunch of others who just want to come on here and talk sports. We actually know what we're talking about. So all the clips show you predictions that actually happen in fights, games, so on and so forth. And you get member shout outs. So I gotta say shout out to my members. So I'm gonna say shout out to Jerry, shout out to Donnell, shout out to Joe, Dave, myself, Teddy, Cardo, Coach, and Vaughn. I'm not gonna do that, man. Vaughn, my man. We did our very first press conference, man. So we gotta say shout out to Vaughn. He always finds a way to create new content within the chat.
Yeah, well organized too.
Yeah. Say hold your comments after and everything. He did us like a graduation. Hold your applause till after the names, okay?
Yes,
So those are the members. And shout out to you for when you click that link in the description and figure out if you did the right thing.
Let's get it. All right, let's wrap this up. My last words. Commanders, let's go. Let's beat these Broncos. Hold on. Hashtag Swiper MVP season. Like the beat. Can't forget about that.
I got you, Dave. I'm gonna let you go last, Dave. I'm gonna let you go last. We're gonna change the order up this season. I'm gonna let you go last. Shout out to the Terps. Terps are doing their thing right now. I got an MSU fan over here. I see you week 4. But also shout out to Prime and shout out to Dave for doing his best Prime impression earlier when we asked him about his team. He said 8-0. We're gonna win. So, and Dak, don't let me down, man. You've done it before, but don't do it this weekend, all right? Go ahead, Dave.
Dak, let him down. I don't care. Let him down. I just want to say it's been great working with these two guys. It's been amazing. This has been one of the best shows I've ever seen happen because of my guy Joe. Glad that you started what you're doing. We have an anniversary coming up soon. November 16th is our year anniversary of all 3 of us working together and doing this. So shout out to you guys, of course, for being on the show as well. Shout out to all the members, all the guys that have been a part of R2L since it started day 1. It's amazing to be a part of this, and it's only going to get better. So I appreciate every single body, and welcome to the Lulu Sports.
All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.